Evil. Are there people who are born evil, or are they formed by society? And what are the lessons they have to teach the humanity? That is the question in this reading. I got intrigued by this question because I watched a video from another creator here on TikTok, and he told that there are people who are genuinely born evil. That was his conviction. And yeah, he also said something about the spiritual community are not focusing enough about this. We are just focusing, maybe as I said, maybe people are shaped by society into the form of maybe being conceived as evil. But for myself, I have experienced generally evil from people, and I'm not sure if it is that we come to a point where we store up so much energy within us. You know, we live in a society where we are not allowed to show our authentic self. We are not allowed to speak up generally how and what we believe in, and how to express ourselves authentically. But there is something about, of course, a cultural thing too. So yeah. I said I don't believe in hell, because I feel that hell is what we are living on here on earth. Earth is hell. That is my belief. But I am convinced that we have all evil aspects of ourselves. Yeah. So let's see what Spirit has to say about this topic. So now I've pulled out 3 different oracle cards. This is the yes, no, maybe some other answer. I have no idea. I asked Spirit to give a clear yes or no, but we'll see. And these 2 are, if there are evil people being born evil, what are they what are they here to teach the humanity? Just have to put out I was sitting and thinking about how we are being presented, you know, this in the media. And I was thinking about the series Charmed. You know, the recently deceased Julian McMahon. He played in this series, and he played a demon that was coming here to Earth, and shaking up and keeping us humans in this. I will call it fear factory. Yes. And we had another series called V, because we have in many conspiracy theories, they say that there are an alien species that is a lizard species, and they transform themselves into human beings. And yeah, because reptiles, they don't have emotions like us humans. And the series V is, of course, a fictional science fiction series. I like the new edition. It was an old edition that was made in the early, I think it was maybe 80s or something, very poorly graphic, because technology was very poorly at that time. Of course, it was marvelous at that point, but the new edition that was made in the early 2000 was very, very good. So yeah, the reptilians are they are so called, they are camouflaged as human beings. We don't know that there are reptilians. They say that they come here to Earth to make peace and help us cure different diseases and work together. But in the background, we can see that they actually are trying to take over the planet. Yeah, as it always is in science fiction. Yes. I will not talk anymore, taking up the reading time, but yeah, okay. Yes, no. Are there people being born on this earth that are generally evil? I was thinking about this card. I saw it before I started shuffling. So, the answer from Spirit is that there are unlikely that they are born evil. So that means for me that they are transformed into the shadowy aspect of life throughout their upbringing. Yeah. And maybe, of course, I think that maybe, that our cultures that unfortunately call upon the dark forces. It sounds almost like Star Wars, but yeah. I'm not sure if I can talk about Satan on videos, because maybe it scares people. But if unfortunately there are some children watching this, but unfortunately there are people that are calling upon the dark forces and truly highly believe in black magic and truly highly believe in dark forces. And in that way, they continuously live in the dark side of life. They live in the shadowy side aspect of life. And I feel that the evil side that this person is talking about is, of course, the shadowy aspect of us humans, of, for example, greed, sloth, I have forgot all the 7 sins now, but if you have watched the movie Seven with Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt was very, very young, and I really, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting the name of the other actor, but he acted geniusly in that movie. And of course, we had Kevin Spacey. I think that was the breakthrough movie to Kevin Spacey. So, according to Spirit, it's unlikely that people are born evil, and you can see the light shining within this creature here. So I feel that we all are born, each and every one of us, with this beautiful light. But this light got dimmed. It got dimmed throughout our living life. And the more and more we tune in to the shadowy aspect of ourselves, the shadowy aspect of life, the more and more we can see the cruelness and the evil showing itself. Yes. Now let's see. What can this teach? Are there any other additional messages now? What are this teaching us as the humanity, the shadowy aspect? Yeah, it's learning. It's teaching us to let go, teaching us to let go of grudges, conflicts, and making peace within ourselves. Yeah, because as we speak, the conflict in Gaza are still going on, and this is not a new conflict. This conflict has been going on for almost 100 years now. Not fully, but at least 80 years. And this, unfortunately, will be a never-ending story. I feel that they won't stop until one side is terminated completely. And that is why, and this is why, because the one part bears a huge grudge, and it's time for them to let go. And that is very difficult for the one side, unfortunately. And they keep reminding us. They keep reminding us why. Okay, let's look at the next one. No need to worry. Yeah. The shadowy aspect, the evil aspect of ourselves is coming up when we are worrying too much. We are worrying about our finances. We are worried about our resources. We are worried about our family. Take the US as an example. There is no country in the world that has so many guns in the general public than in the US, and that is because they are worried. They don't trust their neighbor. They don't trust the government. They don't trust even the police, right? So the trust is gone, and when the trust is gone, that is why the evilness stirs up the fear factory, as I said. Okay, let's see. Trust. Trust is crucial. You can see that there are two people sitting here sharing a meal. Maybe these two people didn't know each other. Maybe they were traveling. Alone in solitude, and they got to know each other, and they said, "Hey, why don't we share a meal?" put down our swords and just relax. The trusting is crucial to beat the concept of evil. Okay. And we have the rune of Rado, that is all about the wheel. It's all about the journey. Remember that life is a journey, and just embrace that beautiful energy that, okay, this one also wants to come out, so we'll get a little more cards than I usually put out, but we'll, so just adjusted the camera a little bit so we can all see the cards. Hope it focuses well. Okay, let's see. Yes, ooh. This is the pain. This is the pain and the suffering. This is not a nice picture. You know, this is what happens after someone wins and someone loses, right? Remember that life is not a battlefield, right? Life is not a battlefield. Life should be about sharing. It should be about, this is the Three of Swords is a card of healing, right? It's not a battlefield. It's not focusing on who wins and who loses. And we have a giant daggers rune at the ground here, and it's telling you to look at the light. Look at the light within. We all have light within, and it's only to listen to that. Listen to that voice. Life is not a battlefield. It's not the intention is not who is the winner and who is the loser, because that is in war, you know. War is evil. If for me, war is evil and a shadow aspect of ourselves. Next, yeah, proceed with love. That is the intention of love. Proceed with love. We have a Thurisas rune that is talking about protection, and the X here is the Gebo, and that is a gift, the gift of protection. Remember that God, the universe, spirit, is always trying to give you the gift of protection. Yes. We have Kano with the fire within, the inner passion, the black and white cat that is talking about the balance between the good and the evil, and the Valkyria is also the protectors. They are the protectors of the spiritual realm. Let's look at the last card before I say anything more. And we have the Six of Swords. Again, they talk about the journey. The journey into calmness, into stillness. remember that how do you want to look upon your journey when you come at the end of life? When you come at the end of life, we have seen so many and heard so many stories about people lying in their deathbed and they confess. And they confess and repent. They try to repent all the cruelness that they have held upon. Maybe their family, they want forgiveness for all the cruelness that they have done. Here we have death. So we have the Ansus rune, and that is talking about the power of the mind. Again, the power of the mind, always the power of the mind. You have the will to be good, and you have the will to be evil. So that is why there are no people that are born generally evil into the world. There's no possession that are being held upon these people that we are calling evil. They are just formed and created from experience, from their upbringing, and transforming into the society. That reminds me of the movie The Breakfast Club, you know, the rebel, I forgot his name too, but yeah, the headmaster, he tells him that you are born evil, but he's not. It's his upbringing that has brought him to become how he is. And he shows through that movie a sweet and generally kind and deep thinking side on himself. Okay, I hope this was a little bit more clearer. Thank you so much, Spirit, for giving us this beautiful message. Now we can all sleep better at night, knowing that there are no people born evil, but they are transformed through society. Okay. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for watching this long video. For those of you who watch it to the end, I thank you so much. And I see you again in another reading really soon.